doesn't think he'll be put on the disabled list, and he feels that he'll be back in action in about 5 or 6 days.
You know, Ernie, people might not understand. They say it's a little broken finger. You know, I used to play football. You used to tape it to the other finger, but in baseball, it doesn't work that way. If you can imagine having a broken finger and having that finger on the bat when you're making contact, and if you don't make solid contact, oh my goodness,
it's a lot different.
It'll help you develop some bad habits.
And he says he's still in a good bit of pain. Well, here's the batting order now for Art House Athletics. Ricky Henderson will lead it off. He'll be in left field. Biff Roberts, the center fielder. Jason Giambi at first base. Matt Stairs is the DH and cleanup man. The rookie Ben Grieve in right. Scott Spezio at second base. Ed Sprague is at third. Miguel Tejada at shortstop. A.J. Hinch is the catcher. And they'll be facing the right-hand slants of Mr. Brian Powell. And there's Brian's record, 2 wins and 3 defeats. We'll look at the defense the Tigers will put up behind Brian. It'll be Gonzalez in left. Hunter will be in center, Higginson in right, Alvarez at third, Cruz at shortstop, Randa subbing for the injured Easley is at second base, Clark at first, and Baco behind the bat. Darrell Cousins, who lives out near Palm Springs, California, Bermuda Dunes, will be the plate umpire. The old Professor Joe Brinkman at first base, Tim Welke, a Michigander at second, and Gary Cederstrom stationed back at third. So we're ready for action here at Tiger Stadium. Still cloudy and a very humid. One of those nights when the game will see the ball travel a great deal, I think. Ricky Henderson to lead it off. Ricky had a walk, did not get a hit last night. And he takes ball 1. One of the top leadoff men in baseball history, Ricky Henderson. Has just about every Oakland record that's available from a lifetime standpoint, and the count even 1-1. .71 degrees at game time. There's a drive to left. It'll drop in for a base hit in front of Gonzalez. And the A's are off and running. They get that first man on with a single. Gibby, did you ever lead off in your baseball career?
One game in particular, I remember when we led off, it was against Randy Johnson.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we wanted to get me as many at-bats as they could against him.
I thought you just told the manager we want to get it over with as soon as we can. Here's Roberts at the bat now, the former Tiger. A .269 hitter. Last night's game saw him go for 3. Here's a low one. The A's problems on this trip. They are 2-5 on the trip that they're taking now. They're hitting only .190 in those 7 games.
Saw right there, Tigers continue problems in the first inning. There you go again.
There's another base hit, and another run scores. Stairs crosses the plate on the RBI single by Spezio, and Grieve stops at second. So the hits just keep on coming. 2 runs and 4 hits now for Oakland. Here comes Rick Adair out. The last 3 Oakland hitters have come up with singles. Well, the Tigers' longtime employee from the ticket department, Oscar Amori, died today from complications following heart surgery. We send our sympathy to his wife Dolores, his sons and grandchildren. He had been a long-time worker here at Tiger Stadium.
Down there at gate 9, right?
Right. Well, the A's have broken early here. They've got a 2-0 lead over the home team. Powell trying to settle down now after the conversation with his pitching coach, Rick Adair.
I don't know if you saw that conversation, Ernie, but it was a one-sided conversation.
One talker and one listener. Sprague takes a cut, strike one.
Brian Powell didn't say a word, just kind of shook his head, and you could see Rick Adair had a thing or two to say. And it's frustrating if you're the pitching coach or buddy staff. You know, everybody has a game plan. Try and stick to it.
There's a high hopping ground ball. It hits over near the tarp roll and ricochets toward the foul line. 2 strikes.
You know, it's funny because you'll watch, sometimes the pitching coach will come out and be diplomatic. Other times he'll maybe be a little more pointed with his discussion. And that depends on the individual on the mound. Some guys just don't put up with that. Now, Sparky used to always brag about he was always soft with Lou Whitaker.
No.
He wasn't soft with Kirk Gibson, though, I'll tell you that. Always honest with me.
1-2 the count on Sprague. He's 0 for the last 12. And in last night's game, he flied out twice to center and struck out twice. Former Toronto Blue Jay waiting on a 1-2 delivery from Brian Powell. And there's a ground ball to deep short, knocked down by Cruz, and he'll make no throw. It will be an infield hit. He at least kept the run from scoring with a diving stop at short.
Good job here by Devy Cruz. You want to stop that ball from going through the infield. You can stop that run from scoring. Tries to fake it to first, and you're trying to encourage the runner to go ahead and try to advance to home plate. Maybe you get another free out. Didn't happen. Nevertheless, stopped him from scoring another run. Still got an opportunity to get out of this mess. 5
singles in this inning by Oakland, plus a base on balls. The last 4 hitters have had singles. Here's Miguel Tejada hitting .233, the rookie infielder, and he takes a ball. Tejada came up and played in 26 games last year and saw some action against the Tigers. He went 0 for 15 against Detroit in that brief span in the big leagues. Young man from Boni, the Dominican Republic, and considered quite a prospect. He takes a hack at that one, 1-1 on Miguel.
Frank Castile now loosen it up in the bullpen. Looks like they're not going to be too patient with Mr. Powell tonight.
Tejada showed some pop in the bat in the minor leagues last year at Huntsville. He hit 22 home runs.
A pretty aggressive swing right there.
There's a fly hit deep to center. Hunter on the run. Everybody's moving. And that one bounces into the seats for a double. So some of those runners are going to have to come back. 2 more runs in for the Oaklands, and they've got a 4-0 lead.
Well, watch this pitch right down Broadway, right down the heart of the plate. Miguel with a very aggressive swing again. Now you're going to watch Brian Hunter. That's a long way out there, 420 feet away. Almost comes up with a great catch.
Well, Powell in trouble still. Runners at second and third. A 4-0 lead on a 6-hit attack. And here is Hinch, the catcher, and the number 9 batter. Oh, Oakland giving the Tigers a dose of the medicine that the Tigers gave them last night. Some run scoring in a big inning. Strike called. Mr. Cousins has said so.
Best part about this, first inning, got 9 tries yourself.
Hinch, a young man from Iowa. Takes a wide one, and the count goes 1-1 on him. Hinch was an All-American at Stanford. Participated in the Olympics in '96. But he's come up in a hurry. He's had only 1 year in the minors. Ground ball right side. Tony Clark fields it. Tosses to Powell, and they negotiate the final out. But heavy damage by Oakland as they pick up a quartet of runs off Brian Powell in the opening. Detroit. Hayes lead it 4-0. Tigers coming to bat in the first inning, and here is the Detroit batting order, brought to you by Dodge. In center, it'll be Brian Hunter. Joe Randa replacing the injured Easley is batting number 2. And Bobby Higginson in right field hits number 3, followed by first baseman Tony Clark. Then Geronimo Barroa, the DH. Gabe Alvarez is at third. Luis Gonzalez in left. Davy Cruz at short. And Paul Bacco, the catcher. And they're facing the left-hand slants of the veteran Kenny Rogers, native of Savannah, Georgia. He's got a pretty good record this year for a team that hasn't done too well. 11-5. Brian Hunter to face him and try to get the Tigers out of this early hole. There's a strike call. On defense, we'll see Henderson in left, Robertson center, Grieve in right, Sprague, Tejada, Spezio, and Giambi in the infield. And the catcher is Hinch. 1-1, the count on leadoff man to Brian Hunter. Brian fouls it away upstairs.
Check out the scouting report on Kenny Rogers. New York, boy, he didn't like it in New York. Much better everywhere else. He is a control pitcher, must have his control. He's kind of the big Mo for the A's. 8-0 with a 2.19 ERA at home, 3-5 with a 4.09 on the road, just like Brian Mueller is at Tiger Stadium.
And there's a strike called on Hunter. He looked at one too many and walks back to the dugout, a strikeout victim. One down, nobody on. That'll bring up Joe Randa. Joe got into the last night's game as a late inning replacement. After Easley was hurt, there's a pitch outside on Joe. Easley looking on with his injured finger. Line shot, gloved by Rogers. It was a broken bat line drive. The bat broke in 2 segments.
Take a look right here. Joe Randa must hit this right off the end of the bat. Saw it off like that. See the bat break in half. Kind of a change up to Kenny Rogers. Easily handled.
Kenny ready to pitch now to Bobby Higginson, who was collared last night, the only Tiger who did not get a hit. And that dropped Higgy down to 307. He swings, and it's a fly into short center. Roberts is there, and the Tigers go quietly in their first inning. 1-2-3 against Kenny Rogers, and at the end of one, the Oakland A's lead Detroit 4-0. Against Brian Powell, and it's ball 1 on Ricky, who started the first inning with a single.
Now Brian Powell has to get in the groove right here. He's got to get better location, got to get his ball down, get on the corners. First inning, struggled for that. Was feeling for the plate and getting behind and having to throw the ball right down the middle, missing his spots.
The A's have lost 5 of their last 6, but they're on top right now, 4-0 in the second. 1-1 pitch to Henderson is a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ricky. Started to offer and held off.
Look at Ricky right here, 20th Major League season. Look at that. Still going strong. But he lost in physical, he's got in mental ability.
He's the best leadoff man I've ever seen.
Most home runs as a leadoff hitter.
Yep.
Most stolen bases. Got a few world championships, too.
And he takes a walk. That's another one of his specialties. And that will bring up Biff Roberts. Mr. Roberts, Gibby, had some harsh things to say about his old team.
Yeah, he did. Well, first of all, let's kind of look right here. If we flash back, and this is when Buddy Bell removed him after he jogged to second base after coming off the DL. And Biff went on and said that he had a problem as he couldn't communicate with his teammates. But, you know, I don't know. He had some critical things to say about me, too. But, you know, I was thinking about it. He couldn't communicate with anybody in San Diego, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Detroit. Well, let's see what happens here in Oakland. But, you know, Biff and I had a little tangle going on, I guess you could say. I was very opinionated about his pain tolerance and some of his actions in a New York Yankees game. Felt he showing his teammates up, and I addressed that with him personally. And he said that his comments today, I guess, on the fan were that he didn't pray to me. And my response to that is, I certainly hope not.
Well, I don't pray to you either.
Well, I certainly hope. I think you and I pray to the same guy, though.
Right. There's a pitch outside to Biff, and it's ball one, the count on him.
Anyway. Hopefully he can find happiness somewhere. I don't have any revenge or wish any ill feelings on anybody, but didn't fit in Detroit. Nicely moved on. Good luck.
And I think he likes it out in Oakland. That's his hometown.
Right.
There's a foul out of play by Biff, and the count 1-1.
Well, you know the thing about out in Oakland is boys are there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told me. And he told me one time they were looking for me. Oh, boy, I'm shaking. Woo, I'm scared.
1-1, the count on Roberts. And there's a toss to get Ricky Henderson back to first base. 4 runs, 6 hits for Oakland. The Tigers have no runs and no hits. We're in the second inning on a cloudy, humid evening at the corner. And Biff takes one high and wide at 2-1 the count.
And here's something I want to pass on to you. With that walk, Ricky Henderson, 1,866 walks, just past Joe Morgan for third on the all-time walks list. Only Ted Williams, and who else ahead of him, Ernie?
Who else ahead of him? Babe Ruth?
You got it. I knew I couldn't get you.
There's a foul out of play.
Pretty impressive.
That is something.
That's what you want out of a leadoff hitter. Patience, walks, on-base percentage.
Another amazing thing about Ricky, more home runs than any other leadoff man, too. 2-2 the count now on Biff Roberts. There goes Henderson. He falls down and starts back, and Roberts rams a single into left field. Well, Ricky started, it seemed to lose his footing between first and second, and then started back, and Roberts saved him by hitting a base hit to left.
Yeah, you said it. Ricky looked like he was going to steal right there. Debbie Cruz over to cover. Vacates the hole, the shortstop hole. Biff Roberts hits it right through. You can see Ricky starts, and just enough to get Debbie. Debbie was moving this way. Makes that hole open. Brian Powell in more trouble here in a second. Nobody on, or nobody out, 2 on.
And here's Giambi at the bat now. One and all, the count on Jason Giambi. He had a walk and scored a run in the opening inning. Oakland on top 4-0 and threatening to add some more here in the second. Little chopper hit foul. Want to send get well wishes to Fred Gomez in Gladwin, Michigan, a longtime Tiger fan. We hope he's out on the golf course soon. He's been a very loyal fan, and we appreciate his support over the years. One and one. That's the count on Giambi. Infield in double play depth. And he's taking. The Tigers missed a double play in the opening inning on a ball hit by Biff Roberts, and that was a very pivotal play in that inning.
That's not good news there. 3-13 with runners in scoring position.
He fouls this one away. Back of third, high and away, and the count 2-2. Struck him out. First strikeout for Brian.
Good job by Brian Powell. Best pitch he's throwing all day. Good zip, good location, up and on the outside corner. Field third bases with 1 out.
Matt Stairs at bat, a .316 hitter. Had a single, scored a run in the opening inning. Ground ball, hit the Cruz. Over to Randa, there's one. A relay to Clark, 2 for the price of 1 to end the threat by Oakland in their second inning. So at the end of 1.5 here at the corner, the Oakland Athletics lead the Detroit Tigers. It's Oakland 4 and the Tigers nothing. His family had a strawberry farm down there. He was actually raised in Dover, Florida.
Did he pick them?
He picked them. That was his job.
You ever pick strawberries?
Yes, sir. I'd rather eat them, though.
You think they taste better when you pick them yourself?
No, I don't. I'd rather let somebody else do it.
You're just the opposite, huh? Have you ever heard anybody say that, though? Boy, they taste so good when you pick them yourself. They better.
Yeah, you work for them.
Because you got a sore back, too.
2-1, the count on Gabe. Rogers, remember, had a perfect game when he pitched in Texas, and they went to the Yankees. Didn't quite fit in there, but he seems to have found a good home out in Oakland. Ground ball hit to third. That's Sprague getting it over to second for 1. Relay to first will not be in time. It eludes the first baseman, and it ends up simply as a force out.
Look right here, Tony Clark trying to break this double play up. Alvarez hustling down, was safe, would have went to second, but A.J. Hitch, the catcher, backing up. You'll watch here. Your catcher got to hustle. Stops Gabe Alvarez from advancing.
Now the Tiger batter will be Gonzalez, who hit a home run last night, his 17th, his first time up. He also had a walk and scored a couple of runs. Tigers trail it 4-0 in the second inning. Down on the way with his breaking pitch, ball 1 on Luis.
Those numbers right there. Pretty consistent player. Career high in home runs, 17.
2 out, 1 on. There's a strike. The Tigers have won 7 straight games against these A's. But right now the A's have the upper hand 4-0 in the second inning. He lays off the breaking pitch.
If you're the Tigers, you want to be careful over there. Best in the American League. 9 pickoffs, and you see 2 balks. That means you're trying to be tricky. When you get caught a couple times. Just think all the times he wasn't caught on the box.
2-1 the count on Gonzalez. That's Alvarez leading off the bag at first. And he is wide with this one. The count goes 3-1 on Lewis.
Good time for Luis to pick a pitch out, Ernie.
Yes, sirree.
Cut into this lead by a 2 spot.
There's a drive to center, base hit. Alvarez will check in and hold it second. Roberts fires the ball back into the shortstop. And the Tigers have 2 men on with 2 men out.
We're talking about Gonzo being ahead 3-1 in the count. He does get a good pitch. Good approach right up the box. 2 men on, 2 men out. Debbie Cruz with the chance for some damage.
Well, Buddy Bell's moved Cruz up to the number 8 spot and dropped Bacco to number 9 against his left-hander. Cruz had a double and a triple his last 2 times at bat in last night's game. Ball 1 the count on him. Tigers with a threat here with 2 out. Trail 4-0 second inning.
Cruz. Got him. You're going to see what happens when you don't turn a double play that you should have turned. Tigers did it in the first inning. Oakland returns the favor, gives the Tigers an extra out in the inning, and Debbie Cruz makes them pay for it.
And that cuts the lead to 4-3. Oakland still on top, but now only by 1 run. Here's Bacco. Paul looking, and it's a strike on the inside corner. Down and away, 1-1 on Bacco. 4 runs, 7 hits for Oakland, 3 runs and 3 hits for Detroit. Got the fastball on the outside corner.
See Paul Bacco questioning the call right there. Mr. Cousins is asking where it was.
He fouls a curve away. Rogers ahead on the count now. 1-2 the count on Paul. Sidearm curve fools him, and he strikes out to end the inning. But the Tigers come back with 3 on the home run by Davy Cruz and cut the lead. A's lead at 4-3. Here comes the third. Any time during the game and place your guess. For guessing correctly during last night's game, James Cedar has won a McDonald's family 4-pack and tickets to an upcoming home game. Well, there's the first out of the 3rd inning. Oakland coming to bat, and Grieve bounces to short.
We'll take those quick outs. Ryan Powell needs a quick inning right here. Quite a few pitches in the first 2. Struggled. Tigers get a couple runs, get back in the game. Now hold them there. Let's get back in on the offensive end.
Spezio will be the batter and an RBI single in that 4-run first inning. Looking, and it's outside on Scott Spezio. Scott, one of the switch batters in this batting order. Fouls this one away, and they count 1-1. 4-3, Oakland on top. They're batting in the 3rd with 1 out and the bases empty. That's in close, 2-1.
Much better location right there. You see Paul Bacco calling for the ball inside. Finally, Ryan Powell hits that target.
There's a fly to left center. Here comes Gonzalez. And there are 2 down. The first 2 have gone down in the Oakland 3rd. Now Powell will face Ed Sprague, the former Blue Jay, who had a single in the first. Remember, Sprague converted from catcher to third base. Had a great year with the home runs a couple of years ago. There's a high pop foul out of first base. Comes Tony Clark, and he makes it, and it's an easy inning. 1-2-3 for Brian Powell, and the Tigers come to bat in the third, trailing the Athletics 4-3.
Tomorrow afternoon, the third and final game between the Tigers and the A's. It all begins at 12:30 with the Fox Sports Tiger pregame show. John Keating, your host. I believe Alan Trammell will be in here with Josh Lewin. The fiddler, Mr. Trammell. I'm going to have to leave a note for Josh to ask Alan Trammell why he's called the fiddler. Do you know? Do you know, Ernie?
I don't know. I'd have
called
to...
all those hits of his, and you don't know. I'll give you a hint.
I'm going to tune in and find out tomorrow. I got to hear that game now.
You may not admit it.
Here's a Brian Hunter now, 4-3 Oakland. Kenny Rogers on the mound. Brian starting to bunt, and he did not make contact.
Here's tonight's B.F. Goodrich in the groove. Brian Hunter been on a roll since he went through that struggle. 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs last night. Leads the American League in steals over the past 2 years.
Line drive, base hit for Hunter.
And he stays in the groove.
He's on with a single. He represents the game's tying run down there at first base.
Again, Brian's been working very hard. Let's take a look at his swing. You're going to see he's trying to step more towards the pitcher with this leg right here. See, he's not bailing as much. Less movement. Watch it. He doesn't have as much movement. His hands aren't dropping. Hitting the ball great.
Here's Joe Randa, who lined it to the pitcher in the first inning, his only time at bat.
We want to keep a close eye on Kenny Rogers and Brian Hunter. Good matchup right here. Kenny Rogers will give Brian Hunter every different look that he knows. We saw Kenny Rogers kind of bend that back leg before he went over to first. Trying to deke Brian into thinking he's going home. When he goes home, he may quick pitch now. There he goes with the quick over to first. Went too slow. Now he went one quick. If Brian's guessing here, maybe you just take off and go. Brian Stolten, 11 of his last 12, 6 in a row.
And Randa's looking. It's a ball, that first pitch to him. 4-3 Oakland on top. Cloudy skies here at the corner. Had an early rain before game time that canceled pregame practice. I'd like to say happy 62nd anniversary to Ann and Vic Yerjo, longtime Tiger supporters.
62 years of marriage?
62. Whew. Not too shabby. You probably make 62, Gibby.
Years of marriage?
Uh-huh.
I'm at 12 right now. I got 50 to go. I don't know if I'll live to be 90.
You make it.
As crazy as I used to be.
Rogers still trying to keep Mr. Hunter close over there at first base. There's Art Howe, the skipper of the Oaklands, the computer expert.
Is he a computer expert?
Yeah, he was a computer programmer before he even started in baseball.
I need him right now.
Send him up here.
I'm having a problem.
Yeah, when he got out of the University of Wyoming, he went to work as a computer programmer and then decided he'd take a shot at baseball. That one's on the outside corner to Joe. 2-1 on Randa. Tigers trailing 4-3. That's Hunter at first base. Kenny Rogers on the mound. 2-2 the count on Joe. A little bit late with this greeting, but Edna Schock of Clinton Township celebrated a big birthday last week. We just got notice of it. Figure she's waited this long, she can wait another week. But happy birthday to Edna. Fly ball, short right center. Here comes Grieve, and he makes a diving effort and comes up with it.
Good job here by Mr. Grieve. It's a pretty tough catch. You're going to see a little bit of miscommunication between Ben Grieve and Biff Roberts. And it's also right here. This is the light area where you kind of get it on the edge of the lights. Good sliding catch. But when you see him get down like that, that tells you that he doesn't trust that his center fielder has heard, and they've communicated well, and so you get down in case you do make contact. The lower you are, the safer you are.
Here's Bobby Higginson looking for his first hit in the series. He takes a strike from Kenny Rogers. Bobby ended the first inning flying out to Robertson center field. Low outside curve to even things on Higgy at 1-1. He's got 4 in the first. Davy Cruz hit a 3-run homer for the Tigers in the second. That's the story here as we move along into the third inning.
If you're Brian Hunter, if you have any intentions of stealing this bag, you want to just stand over there and stand close. Deke Mr. Rogers into thinking you're not going anywhere. Then one time you just got to take off, especially if you get 2 outs.
He goes, and Higginson fouls it away.
Brian Hunter was going on that pitch.
Strikes. That'll make 2 down with the 1 on. The third strikeout for Kenny Rogers. He's racked up 1 per inning.
Kenny Rogers doesn't throw hard, but you see this is 85 miles an hour. You see it's up in the zone right there. You see Higgy how he's diving after that ball right there. Just struggling a little bit. Sorry for interrupting you, Mr. Highwall.
No problem. You had something a lot more important to say than I had.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Tony Clark takes the ball outside. He had a single to open the second inning. That started that 3-run rally for the Tigers. Tony up to 288 in the batting list. It's a ground ball to short. Tejada fires over to Spezio, and that ends the Tiger third inning. So at the end of 3 here at the corner, the Athletics, who got 4 in the first, still lead it 4-3. And the rookie shortstop looks at the ball. Ball 1. Swung himself out of the batter's box.
Kind of reminds me of a young Geronimo Baroa.
Yeah.
The way he swings the bat, falling down every time he takes a cut.
Powell got him out 1-2-3 in the third inning. Got through the second, aided by a Tiger double play behind him. Breaking pitch misses the strike zone. 2-1 on Tejada. He had gone 0 for 15 against the Tigers before he got that double. There's a high chopper hit to Cruz. So to Clark, pulls him off the bag. He's safe. charge to Davy.
But Davy Cruz gets caught in between. Should he charge it? Should he lay back? He laid back, didn't get his feet really behind him, so he could make a good, strong over-the-top throw. And Tony can't get the tag. You can see he clearly missed him.
A.J. Hinch, the rookie catcher at bat, with a man on and nobody down. Infield and double play depth. He's starting to bunt, and the pitch right at him. That'll be ruled ball 1. Tigers made 3 errors in last night's game, but their lusty hitting overcame those miscues. Although they didn't loom as large as they might have. Ready to bunt again, and he takes a strike on 1-1.
Take a look at the 2 rookie catchers we got in the game tonight. Kind of interesting comparisons between Mr. Hinch and Mr. Bacco. You can see pretty comparable. Paul Bacco a little better here, but you see their RBI production and their errors almost the same. Paul Bacco thought he'd be in double or triple A this year. Here he is in the major leagues.
And I think he's hit a little bit better than most people anticipated.
Yeah, I think he has. And actually, I think his defense suffered a little bit early. You know, you tend to, if you know what your deficiencies are, you try and make up ground when he first came up. But now getting a good blend.
A bunt foul fielded by Tony Clark. Hinch now has a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. We'd like to send our sympathies to Brooks Robinson. His wife, Connie, mother died in Windsor yesterday. That's Agnes Butcher, Mrs. Les Butcher. And our sympathy to the family. Hinch waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Man on and nobody down for Oakland, and Powell deals over there to keep him close. Out. Got him. Struck him out. That'll be the second strikeout for Powell. Still a man at first base, and here comes Ricky Henderson.
Well, you see what Art Howe, he says you didn't get it down the first 2 pitches, get it down in the 3rd. Fails to do so. That's kind of interesting. You know, a lot of managers, they give them 2 tries and they go to let them hit away. Art Howe right there said, I expect you to get it down. Send a little message to the youngster.
Ricky's had a single and a walk. Been on base 2 times out of 2. And he looks at strike 1. 1 on, 1 out, 4-3. A's lead the Tigers, 4th inning. Second game of the 3-game set. Staying close at first base. Oh, Ricky with a strike 1 count on him and 1 man down. Henderson looking, it's outside. Gibby, how did you feel about stealing? Was it fun for you to steal, or did you not like to do it? Or
I love to steal.
You did?
Oh yeah, running was one of my strengths. Like to be able to try and get that bag and get into scoring position for my team, especially when we needed it and everybody knew that we needed it. That was always a great challenge.
Henderson pops it foul off first. Tony Clark coming over, and he won't get it. Right at the visitor's dugout.
No help from that dugout. Did you see that? You know,
well, you don't expect it.
You always, the old joke is you always say, yeah, plenty of room, you're okay, you're okay. Look at here. Nobody standing up there to help Tony should he tumble. Actually, they're all running. He's a big fella falling in there.
Those steps are pretty treacherous, too, aren't they? They're steep. One and two, the count on Ricky Henderson with a man on and the man out. 4-3, Oakland leading. Fourth inning at Tiger Stadium. Line drive, base hit over second. Ricky keeps that perfect day going. And the A's have 2 men on with 1 away for Biff Roberts.
Check this out. Now, Ricky Henderson, you know, you've been around a while. I don't know, this may be going a little too far. Watch how he comes out of the box right here. What do you got going there, Ricky? That's Ricky's road. It's all right. He can do that. No big deal.
Here's Biff Roberts with 2 on and 1 down. And he fouls 1 away. Biff has hit into a force and had a single. 1 for 2 for the ex-Tiger. Well, the A's have garnered 8 hits already. 7 singles and a double. That was in too close. 1 and 1 on Roberts. 2 men on for Oakland. Both pretty good runners. That foul will reach the seats back at third.
About 20 people had a chance to catch that ball. Upper deck, mid deck, lower deck.
Spreading it all around.
And the guy with the pizza got it. Pizza and a Coke. Soft drink. Whatever it is.
One ball, 2 strikes. Roberts waiting. That one's in close. You notice when a guy catches a foul ball, usually the first thing he does, he shows it to the guy next to him. Let me look at that. Okay, look at it.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just,
you think they ask for it, or he just does
well,
it?
I think he does it. I think sometimes it's one way, sometimes the other. But that's pretty much the routine. There's a drive to center. Here comes Hunter. He'll grab it on the run toward the diamond. Fires back to Randa. The runners hold. 2 on and 2 out.
Tonight, following the game, is Fox Sports News Primetime. All the scores, all the stories, all the action from your primetime team all week, every week.
Jason Giambi, the first baseman, has walked and struck out in his 2 attempts at the plate. Now up with 2 men on and 2 men out. 4-3 Oakland lead. We're in the 4th inning. In the dirt, Baco chases to his right, and the runners hold. The count.
Look here at Jason Giambi. Think he likes the Tigers?
Looks like it.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes certain players just do well against certain teams. Can't really figure it out.
He drives one to right. Tejada coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He strides, and he is safe at the plate, and on to third goes Ricky Henderson on the RBI single that sends the A's into the lead 5-3.
Speak of Giambi liking it here against the Tigers. Hard single into right field. Bobby Higginson up throwing. Good throw, not good enough to cut down Miguel.
That's the 9th hit for Oakland. We're in the 4th inning, and every Oakland batter has a hit except one, A.J. Hinch. The number 9 hitter is 0 for 2. Everybody else has 1, and Ricky Henderson has 2. Oh, they spread it around pretty well. 2 out, runners at the corners. 5-3 Oakland. Matt Stairs at the bat, and Matt Stairs at a strike.
That was a good one. Matt Stairs at a strike.
Ooh, got him swinging that time.
And a changeup, trying to go up there on top of that roof. See how he's holding that side right there? That's the intercostal muscles. I pulled one of those one time in my career. That's take a look at that swing real quick. That's how you pull them.
2 strikes. And there's a high, hard one wide, 1 and 2 on the Stairs. Still trying to get loose there.
Well, he's loose, but he might have a little irritation in there. If he had a bad one, though, you'd know it. He'd be laying on the ground.
And he goes down swinging. 1 run in for the A's, and they increase their lead to 5-3 at the end of 4.5 over the 3.5 over the Tigers.
Fox Sports News. We are
in too close, and they count 1-1. Moreau in the 2nd inning had a line drive to Sprague at 3rd. Two on the count on him. Tigers got their 3 with 1 swing of the bat. Davy Cruz hit a 3-run homer in the 2nd inning. Down and away, 3-1 on Baroa. There's a drive to left, and it'll drop in for a base hit, fielded on 1 hop by Ricky Henderson. Baroa makes a big turn, stops, and heads back for first base. That's the 5th Tiger hit. In each of the last 3 innings, the Tigers have led off with a single.
And only scored in the 2nd inning.
Right.
And we're just going to score every other inning. This being the other inning.
Gabe Alvarez hit into a force in the 2nd. Hit the ball on the ground to 3rd. There's a breaking pitch in on Gabe, ball 1. 5-3 Oakland on top. Foul that'll reach the seats. Gibby, suppose you had a pitcher on your team and he said, I don't pitch in that ballpark. I don't pitch in that certain park because it hurts my record. What do you think of that?
Who did that?
Dazzy Vance, the great Brooklyn pitcher. He never pitched at Baker Bowl in Philadelphia. He said it would hurt his record.
Never.
Never.
I say you got to think about your team.
That was back in the 30s. You're talking about the modern ball player, and
that's predetermined failure
of records.
I don't know. I'd have to suspend him off my team.
Well, he had a jolly old manager named Wilbert Robinson who never did anything to anybody.
But you've got to give it. Really, you're here to give your effort.
Right. Fly ball to center. Here comes Roberts. He makes the catch. And Alvarez is out.
Now, I guess the modern-day ball player, that what you're talking about, would be guys maybe bailing against Randy Johnson or somebody like that, right?
Yeah, and I think guys have probably done that since baseball started, too.
Yeah, maybe they get a little more press out of it nowadays.
Yep.
But see, yeah. I was the kind of guy who I always said I wanted to hit against Randy Johnson. Not that I really wanted to, but I challenged myself to get in there and give my best effort. I mean, nobody in their right mind would want to face Randy Johnson, especially when he first came up. He was really wild. But you do it. You have to challenge yourself, and only by challenging yourself can you realize what your abilities are and how you can help your team.
That's right. You got to get out of the old comfort zone one way or the other. It's the only way to grow. There's a pitch in too close, 2-0. Luis Gonzalez trying to get the Tigers back in it. They trail by 2, 5-3. There's a fly ball hit into deep right center. Roberts on the run near the fence, makes the catch. Back to first goes Baroa. Well, the Tigers still have that leadoff man in this inning on first base.
Gonzo just missing right there. Could have got out ahead of that ball a little bit more. Would have maybe got the upper tank.
It'll be up to Davy Cruz. Double and a triple last night and a home run here the first time tonight. Strike one, the count on the Tigers shortstop. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Athletics. The Tigers have 3 runs and 5 hits. 1-1 the count on Cruz. Strike called.
Davey didn't like that. Inside corner, says Daryl Cousins.
Swing and a miss, and the inning's over. So Cruz, who homered the first time, strikes out this trip. And at the end of 4, the Oakland A's keep the lead over the Tigers 5-3. Grieve leading it off, and he takes a strike. There we are, the Tiger Town in the bleachers.
Big T.
Swing and a miss by Grieve, 2 strikes.
That's a capital T, I mean.
Yep. Oakland leading 5-3. They're batting in the 5th inning. Ben Powell has weathered the storms so far. He's allowed 9 hits. They got 4 runs in the first inning and 1 in the 4th. Line drive to Randa, the second baseman, for the out. Now the batter will be Scott Spezio. Well, the second baseman has had a single and a fly to left. Strike called on Spezio. His dad was a Major League ball player. Played with the Cards and the White Sox. A little bit with the Padres. And there's another one that bends across for strike 2. One out, nobody on. Ground ball toward Aranda. He bobbles it, and safe at first will be Spezio. The second Tiger error, both have been within the infield, and the first one led to the scoring of a run.
Well, Joe Randa just gets back here. Nice easy ball. You see it takes a bad hop. Take a look from behind him. This is just an easy grounder. You can see it happens to even the pros. That's why you want to get up there and try, if you can, to get that short hop. See Damian Easley there saying lucky he didn't get that bad hop.
Here's Ed Sprague popping one into the infield. Out near second. Who's going to get it? Davy Cruz coming on and grabs it back of the mound. 2 out with 1 on.
Take a look at Brian Powell by inning. You see he struggled here in the first 2 innings, and third inning okay. Struggled a little bit last inning. Get out of this inning here. Get yourself back on track.
What's that? 82 pitches by Mr. Powell so far.
Top of the 5th inning. Quite a few pitches.
Tejada at the bat. He had a big double in the first inning to drive in a couple of runs. Back in 1944 in August, a fellow named Red Barrett won a game and threw 58 pitches. The Braves beat Cincinnati, and Bucky Walters in that game 2-0. 58 pitches in 9 innings. In the dirt, 1-1. There's a foul out of play. When I was working in Brooklyn, we had a old PA announcer named Tex Rickard, who did a lot of goofy things. And one time, Red Barrett came into the game for the Braves, and he said, "Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Boston Braves, Red Barber." Red was in the announcer's booth. He couldn't be 2 places at once. Fly ball, center field. Here comes Hunter, and he hawks it for out number 3. The A's are down in the 5th inning. The Tigers come to bat in their 5th, and Oakland leads Detroit 5-3. From the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are in town, and following Friday night's game, stay for the spectacular fireworks display. For tickets, visit the Tiger Stadium box office, Ticketmaster, or call 248-25-TIGER. Oakland in the lead, 5-3. The Detroiters bat in the 5th inning with Paul Labacco, their catcher, number 9 batter, to lead it off. He struck out the first time he faced Kenny Rogers. Kenny went sidearm on him and got him on a big hook. He bunts and misses. Strike 1 on Paul. Oakland got 4 in the first. The Tigers came back with 3 in the second on a home run by Davy Cruz. And Oakland added a single run in the 4th inning.
Look at this bad form right here. See how he's got 2? That's really hard. See how you poke at the ball when you bunt at the ball? You don't want to be poking at it. You want to have good stability, less movement. Kind of softly put the bat on the ball and dead.
1-1 the count on Bacco. Taking inside, and the count goes 2-1 on Paul. Kenny Rogers got him out 1-2-3 in the opening inning. In the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, the Tigers' leadoff man had a single. He taps this one foul. 2-2. All right, short to him. That's right.
Take a look here. Kenny Rogers is turning the ball. Look at the balls going down and in on him. Fastball coming, tailing back in on his hands. Is a very hard pitch for left-handers to hit off a left-hander.
And he got him on strikes again.
And then he turns this one over the other way. First one runs down and in. This one runs down and away. And Kenny Rogers, a control pitcher, as we said in the open here in our scouting report. Gets you looking one way, goes the other way. You can see not a very good swing at that. Totally fooling Paul.
Brian Hunter against him now with 1 out and none on. And Brian taking a slow one inside ball 1. He has struck out in single. Kenny Rogers has 5 strikeouts. He's racked up 1 per inning so far. A high chopper over the bag at second, and that'll be an infield hit for Hunter. His second straight hit. He's gotten it back, Gibby.
Yes, he is on base again. And boy, if you want to see Brian Hunter do anything, is to hit the ball on the ground like that because of his great speed. Don't want to see him hit those lazy fly balls. See, Brian gets out of the box very quickly. No chance.
Joe Randa has lined to the pitcher and applied to right. He's 0 for 2 tonight. There goes Hunter. Hit and run. Drive to right field. It'll be a base hit. Chased by Green. Off the wall. Here comes Hunter. He's rounding third. And he falls down on his way to the plate and has to hustle back to third base. Hunter had made the turn. Was on his way home when he slipped and fell. It'll be a double for Randa.
Well, this is a hit and run all the way. Joe Randa down to the right field corner. If you're the base runner, and there is a hit and run many times, you're either going or you're not. Ryan gets hung up a little bit here at second base. Pretty good retrieve right here by Oakland, getting it in quick, and you can see Perry Hill right up there. Put the hold on him. That's very hard to do, to stop that. A lot of rain. It's a little soft over there. Brian did a pretty good job of getting back. He did what he was told to do. You got second and third with one out. It was the proper play. Bobby Higginson struggling a little bit. Got to bear down, Higgy. This will get you out of it.
He's 0 for 2 tonight, and he takes one in too close, ball 1. Higginson has fly to center and struck out in his 2 attempts against the left-hander. There's a hook on the inside corner, 1-1. Tigers have the tying runs on the bases.
See Higgy reacting to that graphic right there. Good time to turn it around. Well, Higgy's the kind of guy who's not going to run from that. He wants to play every day. He wants to hit his way out of this little struggle he's got going.
Looks at a fastball in too close, 2-1. Hunter's at third. Miranda's at second, itching to come home and get this game tied. Two-one pitch. 2-2 the count on Higgins.
See Higgy a little frustrated right here. A little confused at the plate, and Kenny Rogers isn't exactly the greatest guy to have on the mound when you're searching a little bit. This reminds me a lot like Tommy John. He doesn't throw hard, not an overpowering guy, just got a lot to offer you.
Stays away from that one, and the count goes 3-2. What's he going to get now, Gibby?
I have no clue. Kenny Rogers is the kind of guy. That's the beauty of him, I guess, as a pitcher, is he's unpredictable. He will throw. He may turn it over. He may go with the high fastball. He may go with the cutter. He may go with the breaking ball.
Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Breaking ball.
And he got him with it. Higginson fans, and that'll leave it up to Tony Clark.
See Higgy not trusting his hands right here. He's jumping at the ball, going out and getting it, not letting it come to him. That's what the cruel part about this game is right here. You don't trust your hands, and you try to manufacture things to happen, and you got a guy like Kenny Rogers who he's not going to give in to you.
Tony Clark's had a single. He's hit into a force out. 2 on, 2 out. Tigers trail 5-3. That one's blocked in front by Hinch, the catcher.
Tony Clark's got to try and pick his teammate up. I would be surprised if Kenny Rogers gave Tony Clark anything really that appealing to hit and swing at.
fastball, 2-0 now on Clark. Kenny Rogers has not walked the Tiger. There's a strike. 2-1 to count on Clark.
You look at that pitch right there. Tony Clark ahead 2-0 to count. Kenny Rogers with a quality pitch down and away, and you can see how he turns that ball over, moving off the plate.
Comes in with a curve, and that evens the count at 2-2.
Now look at here. He turns it over, and watch Tony Clark. Tony's guessing away. Watch how he's going to step this way. See how he's diving? And all of a sudden, look at here. Kenny Rogers turns it over the other way. Crafty Mr. Rogers. Now with the fastball in. Ooh.
Close, but it makes the count 3-2.
The way he pitches is he just, he's the kind of guy that confuses you. He gets you thinking as a hitter, and sometimes you outthink yourself. When he's on, he has his control as he does tonight.
And he got him, struck him out, so Rogers does the job, strands a couple of Tigers, and at the end of 5, Oakland keeps the lead. It's Oakland 5 and Detroit 3. Brian Powell, and he looks at the ball. 5 runs and 9 hits for the A's. The Tigers have 3 runs and 7 hits. Foul fly lofted into the seats in the upper deck down in the left field corner. 1-1 the count on him. There's a fly lofted into left center. Hunter coming over. Puts it away. There's 1 man down.
Fox Sports Detroit is going deep. Join host Joe Buck every Sunday night at 9 p.m. as he takes you inside baseball. That's Going Deep, Sundays at 9.
That's going deep right there. The deep reaches of the center field here at the corner. Ricky Henderson, the leadoff man's had 2 singles and a walk. 2 for 2 for Ricky. And he gets another one, a ground ball up the middle. 3 singles and a walk for Mr. Henderson tonight.
Tigers got Sean Runyon up down in the bullpen. Powell's pitch count getting up there.
Roberts will be the batter. Baco wants a little bit of a conference trotting out there to the mound. That pitching slab was always a little bit different. It was not always 60 feet 6 inches from home plate when they first started. The old National League was 45 feet from the slab to the plate.
45 feet?
45, and then in 1881 it was only 50 feet. And then in 1893 they made it 60 feet to 6 inches. And here comes Buddy Bell out to that spot we're talking about right now. He's got Runyon getting ready in the bullpen. And Buddy's going to make a pitching change. Sean Runyon has been summoned, and let's take a break.
The ultimate Derek Jeter dream day.
5 runs and 10 hits in 5 1/3 innings. Trying to keep Henderson close. Roberts fouls this one away. It'll be upstairs on the first base side. The Athletics have left 6 runners so far, and the Tigers have stranded 4. Fouled away. Jammed him at the hands with that one. Still 2 strikes. This is the second game of a 3-game series, the finale here tomorrow afternoon. Our Tigers hit the road after that. Oakland goes home. That one gets by everybody, and Henderson will take second. A wild pitch sending Ricky Henderson to second base.
Well, let's take a look at that. Sean Runyon, you can see it just overcuts that. Paul Bacco not expecting it. Nothing anybody can do about that.
Fouled away. That went in the seats to the right of the screen.
It went right into the gentleman's lap.
And he got him on strikes.
Runyon does his job. Buddy Bell switches Bip Roberts around. See Sean Runyon blowing him away. Bip not swinging the bat quite as well from the right side. A lot of movement on that pitch.
Sean leads the major leagues in appearances. Giambi, who's been tough against the Tigers, takes a strike.
I think Sean Runyon's been in 58% of the Tigers' games so far this year.
Oh, well, whatever 70 is, you're right.
The most games ever by a pitcher was 90, I believe, by Mike Marshall. So he got a shot.
Yep.
His arm holds up.
Here's one that gets away from Bacco. And Ricky Henderson will move to third. Oh, that's another wild pitch.
Well, you see, I think Paul Bacco kind of boxed that one a little bit. He should have had that. Now, you can't have any miscommunication here. You wonder if he might have got crossed up. Got a guy on third base, can't afford that.
And Giambi comes through again, an RBI single to right, getting Henderson home and upping the lead to 6-3 for Oakland over Detroit.
Well, you see how people can score runs. The Tigers right there. Ricky Henderson on first base. 2 wild pitches. Base hit. Give him a run. Got to work on that. Cannot afford to do that.
Now Blowers will come in as a pinch hitter from Matt Stairs. Now the veteran Mike Blowers will be the batter. A .233 hitter with 8 home runs. As a pinch hitter, he is 3 for 7, and he's knocked in 3 runs. 2 out, 1 on for Blowers, and he takes the ball. (6-3) Oakland on top, 6th inning. 1-1 they count on Mike. one's down and away, and the count 2-1 now on the pinch batter. Giambi at first base for his second RBI hit in this game. He's also had a walk. The count. All 9 runs in this game tonight have been scored with 2 outs. Blowers waiting on a 2-2 delivery. It's a wide one, full count. That's Giambi at first base. Tony Clark over there with him. Greaves, the on-deck hitter. Now the full count delivery. Hit up the middle. There goes Davy Cruz. He gloves it. The throw to Clark retires the sign. Well, the Tigers come into bat in their 6th inning here at the Corner. Oakland now leads it 6-3 over Detroit. My name's Ernie Harwell, and we're mighty happy to have you looking in. Geronimo Barroa will lead off against Kenny Rogers, who has gone all the way for Oakland. Barroa tonight has lined to third and singled to left. Rogers has struck out 7 in 5 innings and had it in the clutch when the Tigers threatened. The only runs came off Kenny on a 3-run homer by Davy Cruz in the 2nd inning. Tigers had runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 5th inning with 1 away, but couldn't get him home. Ground ball and a high hop to short. Tejada fires to first, and he gets him. 1 up and 1 down on 1 pitch.
Pretty good arm right there.
They like this young man. Alvarez will be the Tiger batter. Gabe is hit into a force and tried to center, hit the ball up the middle a couple of times. Tigers have 7 hits off Kenny Rogers. The only man with 2 is the leadoff man, Brian Hunter. It's a strike. Mr. Cousins has said so. Tigers have left 4 runners, and the A's have stranded 7. Gabe's still waiting on Kenny Rogers to get ready out there on the mound. That's the 2nd strike. It's 0-2 now on Gabe. Happy 50th anniversary to 2 big Tiger fans in Holland, Michigan, Carl and Archie Van Raalte. Very wide from Kenny 1 and 2. Ground ball to third. Took a bad hop. Sprague grabs it, fires to first, and he got him. That hit the edge of the inner grass and kept a low skip to the glove of Sprague.
Well, Eddie Sprague right here, this is not an easy hop, and we kind of talked over this year about getting your glove all the way down. Easier to bring it up. You see it hits the edge of the grass right here. Get your glove on the ground. Gets the job done.
Luis Gonzalez will be the Tiger bat. He's had a single and fly to right. Rogers has set down the last 4 Tigers, and they have not hit the ball out of the infield among those 4. Here's a pop-up back of short. Tejada makes the catch, and the Tigers go 1-2-3 in the 6th inning against Kenny Rogers.
30 games. That's a great story, isn't it?
Wow, fantastic.
Cal Ripken played his 2,600 game. That's a new milestone.
2-0, the count on Grieve. The A's in the lead, 6-3. There's a base hit by Grieve into right field. He leads it off in the 7th with his 2nd hit of the night. By the way, on our pregame show tomorrow, Tom Cantiotti will be the guest.
And looking over here in the East, Boston lost today to the Twins 3-2. Mo Vaughn hit his 32nd and only 7 games back. Can they do it, Ernie? Can they catch him?
They can catch him. They got plenty of time.
Think they can, eh?
Yep. It can happen.
Well, you got the Rangers only 6.5 back right there. Where's Mo Vaughn going to be next year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yankees lost today. Texas beat the Yanks. Angels beat Toronto. Roger Clemens 8 innings pitched, 15 Ks.
Well, we've got a new runner at first base. That's Christensen, who came in to play center field late in the game last night, and Bachler throwing in the Tiger bullpen. That's Christensen at first base. He's running for Grieve. Man on, nobody down. Strike 1 pitch. He bunts it. Foul back toward the screen. 2 strikes to count on him. Six runs, 12 hits for Oakland. The Tigers have 3 runs and 7 hits. We're in the 7th inning at the corner. Two strikes on Spezio. He's had a single for 3, safe on an error the last time. Runyon fires very wide, and the count 1-2. Runyon relieved Powell in the 6th inning. Kenny Rogers has gone all the way for the visiting Oakland team. Now we wait on a 1-2 serve by Runyon. Bryce Flory will pitch for the Tigers tomorrow afternoon. Mike Oquist will be on the mound for Oakland. Here's Bryce, seated in the Tiger bullpen. Foul away on a check swing. That one will end up down toward the bullpen.
Just watching Texas and the Yankees today, Ernie. And the Yanks lost, I was saying earlier. But I was watching Todd Stottlemyre, and he had his whole family there. Mel Stottlemyre is the pitching coach for the Yankees. Mrs. Stottlemyre is sitting there in the stands. Who do you think she roots for?
She's rooting for Todd.
You know it.
Yes, sir.
Thought that was an interesting one.
Runner goes. It's a pitch inside. Throw to second. Duranda not in time. It'll be a steal for the pinch runner, Christensen. And Spezio has taken the count to 2-2.
Take a look right here. Good jump. Paul Bacco doesn't have much of a chance. Actually, it's a little impeding right here. If you're the catcher, you want to run into that batter. Runner is out then. Don't want to avoid him.
And that's ruled a strike, and that will send him back to the bench. They checked with Joe Brinkman, the old professor, down at first, and he said he went across on it. Second strikeout for Runyon. Sprague at the plate, and he will get an intentional walk. They got to put him on. Tejada is the next batter.
And you know, this is going to be the third time, just the third time in this last 245 at-bats that Ed Sprague has been walked.
Oh, he's got to take this when he doesn't have a choice.
He had 22 walks in his first 51 games and 3 in the next 66.
Wow.
Talk about out of your comfort zone.
So here comes Buddy, and we will have a pitching change. Bachler striding in from the bullpen. He'll be facing Tejada, and as they make the change, we will take a break. Tejada, who had a big hit in the first inning, a 2-run double, and scored a run in the fourth after getting on an error. There's Doug's figures. 33 strikeouts and 26 walks. Not too great a ratio. But the Tigers trying to stay in this one now. They are trailing 6-3. And the A's are threatening to up that lead with runners at second and first and 1 away.
Take a look at the Tigers farm report. You can see Gabe Kapler continuing good success. Jeff Weaver, #1 pick, 3 innings pitched tonight, 4 Ks, struck out of the last 3 hitters. That was his first pro debut tonight. Craig Johnson with West Michigan, you can see 12-5. Might see him up here soon. Jeff Weaver, I believe, also was going to Arizona Fall League. Get some extra work in. He'll be on a 40-man roster in the spring and probably in a big league camp, possible. Nope. Mr. Trammell standing back here, nodded no.
Tejada looking, and it's a strike called. Don't forget, Tramp's going to be working here tomorrow along with Josh Lewin. Gibby's going to take a day off.
Tram will be in here tomorrow. Email Tram and Josh at kirkandjosh@foxsports.net. Can reach Ernie there also. And if you have any questions about Alan's been traveling around the minor leagues. He's been in the Dominican Republic in that wonderful place. I know he's enjoyed it. Was it hot down there?
What a
got
question.
a little tan. Even you're looking good. It'll do wonders for us all.
Strike 2 count. Bachler trying to get him out now. And that's in the dirt, blocked out in front by Baco. 1-2.
But get your emails in. In fact, if you've got one now, get it in there. And when Mr. Trammell comes in tomorrow, he can tromp right up here. He'll have him in his hand. I guess Jeff Weaver will not be on a 40-man roster, but probably will be invited. Will he get the same treatment that Matt Anderson got?
Well, we'll find out. I don't know. That's one thing about the 40-man roster now. You can add to it down there unofficially in spring training. Hit by the pitch, and that will load the bases. Tejada to first.
But you don't want to get hit in the elbow. Got him on the arm, right there on the patch. That'll be an easy one to shake off. Doug Bachler trying to come inside, tie him up. Ball gets away from him.
Larry Davis, the trainer, came out, took a look. He seems to be all right. Bases loaded, 1 man out. Hinch is the batter. He's the only starter without a hit against Tiger pitching tonight. He's gone 0 for 3. Infield in double play depth. Well, they were looking for a little trickery there. Pitch out. But the base is loaded.
Let's don't jinx ourselves, Ernie. But let's keep him that way. Nice. Let's put a double play on that, too. And a double play. 0 for 4 with a double play.
High and wide. 2-0 now from Bachler. Very seldom see the old squeeze with the bases loaded. He fouls this one away, and the count 2-1. Man at third is Christensen. Sprague's at second. Tejada at first base. Been a single, a walk, and a wild pitch to put him there. And now a 2-1 count on A.J. Hinch. He fouls another one upstairs. 2-2 the count on him. And Buckler, if he can't get the double play, would like to see a strikeout here. So would Larry Parrish and Buddy Bell.
Kirk Gibson, Ernie Harwell.
Whatever. Call the roll. Two the count. And he got him. Struck him out. The old high hard one toward the outside. So they're 2 down with 3 on. And now a man who's had a perfect night at the plate, Ricky Henderson.
Doug Buckler doing the job, 2/3 of the way out of it.
Well, Ricky had a single, a walk, a single, and another single. Two down, 3 men on. And he misses the outside corner with that one. Ball 1 on Ricky. One and one the count. Powell started. Runyon in the 6th inning. Buckler here in the 7th for the Tigers. He's trying to get out of a jam. A 1-1 pitch coming up to Henderson. And Ricky hits the ground ball to Randa. The throw to Clark, and they get out of trouble. The Tigers come to bat in their 7th inning, and they are still trailing. It's Oakland 6, Detroit 3.
Buddy Groom's basically a fastball slider pitcher. Higgy's got to think left field here. He's got the infield in.
And he looks at a strike. That evens 1-1 on Higginson. 59th appearance for Buddy Groom. He has a 3-1 record. 1-1 pitch now to Higgy. Foul down the left field line. And it will drop safely.
Now you look at Ricky Henderson. Actually had a chance at that ball already, but he wasn't going to catch it because he knew he didn't have a chance to get Brian Hunter at third.
He catches it and the game's tied.
See Higgy against Buddy Groom, 400. A couple extra base hits, and if you watch Oakland, Bobby's having a hard time with the outside pitch. He's way off the plate, and Oakland's really busting him away.
1-2 the count on Higginson. And that makes it 2-2. He is still looking for his first hit in this series, Bobby is.
You watch Oakland's throwing all these balls off the end of the plate. See Matt Anderson now getting up. The Tigers getting back in the game.
2-2 pitch is a wide one, and it's a full count. Buddy Groom versus Bobby Higginson.
Now, last time Kenny Rogers had Bobby Higginson 3-2, threw him a breaking ball.
And he walked him with the outside pitch.
Gave him another one. Gave him a slider.
Now the Tigers have him at the corners for Tony Clark. Here comes Art Howe. Matthews has been in the bullpen. So there's going to be a big convention on the mound awaiting the manager, and here comes T.J. Matthews in from the bullpen. Another pitching change. And let's take a break.
We're here with Eddie and Mike. Now, Eddie here thinks that saving a few pennies per gallon on gas just doesn't add up to much. But in fact, With the extra gas those pennies will buy, Mike and his trusted dog can make 15 more trips to the park each year. At Clark, Mike gets high-quality gas just like those big oil places, but for less money, which means more miles per dollar. We call that MPD. So while Mike's off to the park, Eddie is, well, just parked. Clark, great gas, great price.
Sparky.
And walked him. Matthews will be the 4th pitcher that Art Howe has used.
Well, Tony Clark asked upon to do the job again. Got to get a good pitch. Doesn't want to get into hit into a double play ball. Don't want to try and pull that pitch down and away.
As a right-hand batter tonight, Tony's had 1 for 3.
Be patient. Get a good pitch you can drive.
There's a strike. Matthews got the first one in.
That's a good take right there, Ernie. That's the pitch down and away. You don't want to try and pull that ball. You're just going to hit a ground ball to the shortstop or second baseman. You can see Tony struggling a little bit left-handed this year.
That's Higginson at first. They've got Hunter at third. Hunter represents the tying run here in the 7th inning. 6-5 Oakland. 1 man down. And Clark looking, and that one is ruled a ball. 1-1. Charged to Kenny Rogers. The man at third belongs to Worrell. The man at first belongs to Groom. Hinch giving the signs to Matthews. 1-1 pitch. Tony taps a foul in the dirt. 1-2.
Like a changeup right there.
Catalanata waiting at the on-deck circle now. Barroa is the next scheduled batter, but Frank is out there in his stead. Clark waits on a 1-2 pitch. Fly lifted into right center. Christensen is under it. Grabs it. Here's the tag by Hunter, and the game is tied 6-6 as he scores on the sacrifice by Tony Clark here in the 7th.
Tony does a good job right here. He's going to get an off-speed pitch out in front, but he goes down and gets it. Kind of a golf swing. That's the beauty of having Brian Hunter on third base with less than 2 outs. Scores easily, ties it up, 6-6.
And now with the game tied and the man at first base and 2 out, Barroa comes back to the on-deck circle and will not be pinch hit for. He will stay in the lineup as the DH. He's had 1 for 3 tonight. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. This game tied 6-6.
Even though both these clubs are struggling, both managers playing this game like it is a World Series game.
Lots of changes, a lot of strategy. The wheels are turning at Tiger Stadium. 2 out, 1 on for the Chief. And he lays off that one and gets the outside corner. Well, the Tigers are down 4-0, then down 4-3, then 5-3, then 6-3, and now it's 6-6.
Saw Art Howe giving the signs to his young catcher what to do, what to pitch out. There was a step off. See young A.J. Hinch looking there for Mr. Howe.
Barroa waiting and looking, and that's the ball. 1-1 on the Chief. Howe managed at Houston for 5 years before he got this managerial job. That's the ball. 2-1 on Barroa. Tigers have tied the game at 6-6 in the 7th. 3-1. The Tigers maintain their record of not scoring less than 6 games against this team in any one game this season. Now 3-1 on the Chief. 2 down, 1 on.
See Art Hell touch his hat. That might have meant throw over. They have all kinds of signs. Sometimes when they look at the bat rack, that could mean throw over, or that means nothing's on.
Big cut on that one. 3-2.
Looking in for the no sign this time.
And he struck him out to end the inning, but the Tigers get 3 and tie the game at the end of 7. Oakland 6 and Detroit 6. A new pitcher, the young man from Rice University, Matt Anderson, with a 2-1 record, facing Biff Roberts, and he delivers in 2 close, ball 1. .22 hits in 23 2/3 innings off Matt, and this one goes all the way to the backstop, and the count 2-0. He is the 4th pitcher used by Buddy Bell. Howe, the opposing manager, has also used 4. 2-0, the count on Roberts. In tight at the shoulder, 3-0 on Bill.
Not what Buddy Bell ordered.
And he walked him on the 4 pitches. So the A's get their leadoff man on the free pass. And we get into the middle of the batting order now. The tough first baseman, Giambi, up. He's knocked in a couple of runs. He's had 2 singles and a walk and a strikeout. Infield in double play depth. Fouled away to the left of the plate, strike 1. We're in the 8th inning of the game, tied 6-6. Powell started, Runyon in the 6th, Bachman in the 7th, Anderson here in the 8th. That's been the pitching parade for Detroit. High fly, it's catchable. Hunter is under it in center. And there's one down. Roberts bluffing halfway down the line, retreats to first.
Biff with a bluff, Brian Hunter with a bullet into second base. Biff's always trying to talk to the other team. See him kind of getting FB Hunter there.
He's on first, and the Blowers will be the batter. Mike came in to hit for Stairs, the DH, and bounced to shortstop to end the 6th inning. So he stays in to be the designated hitter. A man on and the man out, 6-6 tie, 8th inning. And the veteran takes the ball inside, ball 1 on the Mike Blowers.
And Anderson has to keep an eye on Biff Roberts over there. I've seen Biff over there timing him up pretty good. He will take the bag.
And he looks, that's a strike, 1-1. They count on the well-traveled Mr. Blowers. Got his start with Montreal. They traded him to the Yankees before he got to the major leagues. And he bounced around to Seattle, the Dodgers, back to Seattle, now Oakland. There's a drive up the gap, left center field, chased by Gonzalez and Hunter. Roberts coming around third. He's held on. It'll be a double for Blowers. And a threat by the Oaklands to break the 6-6 tie. They've got him at second and third and one away.
Well, Blowers gets a ball up the gap right here for a two-bagger, and actually Oakland probably could have scored. Biff Roberts from third base right here, but Ron Washington holds him up at third base. Tigers catch a break. Gonzo does a good job of getting over there real quick and getting it in.
Well, they've got two in scoring position for Christensen, the right fielder who replaced Grieve, a .233 hitter. Infield in tight. And he looks at the ball outside on Ryan Christensen. Pepperdine product. First year in the major leagues for Ryan. Ball one the count. That's a strike. Anderson trying to get out of trouble here. Runners at second and third and one man down. And that one's a little wide. 2-1. That's Biff Roberts at third and Blowers at second. A walk and a double has set up that scoring threat. Anderson pitching 2-1 to Christensen. It's a wide one, 3-1 from Matt. Matt will celebrate his 22nd birthday on Monday.
See him make Buddy Bell scratch his head. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen. He's the man. Having trouble finding the strike zone.
3-1. The rookie Christensen ahead on the count, waiting now as Matt sets. And there's the strike. It's a full count. Rookie against rookie. 6-6, the game on the line here in the 8th inning with a one-man down. Runners at second and third. Fouled away. Keeping the count 3-2. That's Spezio waiting on deck. Christensen batting. And he got him on strike. That'll make it 2 down with 2 on.
Well, Matt Anderson finds the strike zone right here, 97 miles an hour. Blows the youngster away.
Now he's got to get by Spezio, who's had a single, a fly to left, been safe under there by Randa. And the last time up in the 7th inning struck out. Scott Spezio. High and wide, ball one. 6-6 tie in the 8th. 2 on, 2 out for Oakland. In tight, 2-0. Ball 3. a strike. Make it a 3-1 count on Scott Spezio. Down the right field side. Got out in front and pulled that one. And we see that full count again. Roberts at third. Bowers at second. Addison trying to get Spezio now. Fly ball, left center. Cruz going back and makes the catch. And the Tigers dodge the bullet here in the 8th inning. They come to bat in the last half of the 8th. Oakland 6 and Detroit 6. So keep wishing, folks.
I'm wishing for a granny right now.
Alvarez has hit into a force. Fly to center, bounced to third. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Matthews on the mound, the 4th pitcher that Art Howe has used. And he's in close, ball 1 on Gabe. 6 runs, 13 hits for the Athletics. The Tigers have 6 runs and 9 hits. Swinging for the Boondocks, but he did not make a connection. 1-1.
Well, if you're the Tigers right now, you want to be very selective. You do want to try and be patient and get a ball that you can drive out of the ballpark. Getting late in the game, have a chance to make big impact with one swing of the bat.
1-2, the count on Alvarez. Kenny Rogers started, Tim Worrell, then the Groom, and now Matthews. That's the way they've lined up for the pitchers for Oakland. Former Cardinal T.J. Matthews. And he got him on strikes. Alvarez goes down swinging. Matthews racks up his 2nd strikeout.
Just going high in the strike zone here against Gabe Alvarez. 3rd straight pitch. Right over the plate. Up in the zone. See how Gabe holds that bat straight up and down? That kind of invites people to try and throw you high in the zone.
Now it'll be Luis Gonzalez with 1 out and nobody on in this 6-6 tie. Gonzo singled and scored a run in the 2nd. Fly to right and popped to short the next 2 times. He's looking and it's ball 1.
Todd Jones now loosening up in the bullpen in case the Tigers go ahead.
That one's a wide from Matthews at 2-0 on Gonzalez. The count. The Tiger RBIs tonight. Hunter has 1. Tony Clark has 1. Davy Cruz has 3. 1 scored on an error with no RBI. 3-0 the count on Lewis. And he gets a walk on 4 pitches.
And Davy Cruz comes up. Let's take a look at tonight's Discover Card playback. Davy Cruz, 2nd inning, 3-1 bomb. Put the Tigers only down 4-3. That's payback brought to you by Discover Card.
Davies also had a single tonight. He struck out his middle turn at bat. So he has 2 for 3. His last 4 hits have been a double, a triple, a home run, and a single. Little pop fly back into short center. Here comes Roberts. And he was right in front of him. Gonzalez makes 2nd, and the Tigers have 2 men on with 1 away.
And Davy Cruz having a pretty good series now, 5 for 8.
And the Tigers have 2 men on and 1 man down. The batter will be Botko, who has struck out twice and walked. And after the walk, he scored a run in the 7th inning. Well, we've seen quite a few threats from each side. Some of them were capitalized upon and others weren't. Foul, that'll be in the seats over on the third base side. So there the two Tiger runners. Gonzalez at second and Cruz at first. 8th inning. Hosmer in the bullpen. He saw action in last night's game. The count on Paul Bacco. 6-6 tie in the 8th. The Tigers threatening to break it. That one's wide, down and away, 2-1.
J. Paul ahead in the count. Keyhole him, wait for a good pitch. Looks like Oakland staying away from Paul Bacco.
Bacco batting in the number 9 slot in tonight's batting order. Waits now the 2-1 serve. Puts the ground to foul over toward the Oakland dugout. Bounces out. 2-2.
Take a look up here. They got Ricky Henderson over. He'd normally be about right over in here. You can see he's playing over to the line a little bit. Bip a little bit over this way. Take a look right here. You see why they're defensing that way.
And there's a tap foul in the dirt at the plate. The count stays at 2-2 on Bacco. Matthews entered the game in the 7th. Tigers have had 2 innings in which they've scored 3 runs. The 2nd and the 7th. Here comes Gonzalez racing home. He will score. The Tigers lead at 7-6 in the 8th. Cruz stops at second.
Paul Bacco gets the job done right here. Maybe it isn't pretty, but gets jammed a little bit. A little flare over the shortstop's head, and Gonzo with a good secondary lead. Like I said, gets the job done. Tigers fight back. Give him credit. 7-6 now, bottom of the 8th.
Bacco with a key hit against Art Howe's team, and now Hunter, the leadoff man, will try to add to the Tigers' 7-6 lead. He's had a couple of singles and a walk. 3 singles and a walk.
Good time for another one.
Now we'll have a conference at the mound. Todd Jones continues to heat up to get ready for the 9th.
You know the Tigers up 7-6. You always want to get as many as you can. Get you a nice cushion.
Looking, and it's a strike. The hit by Bacco was the 11th for the Tigers. Oakland has 13 hits. 2 on, 1 down. 1-1 on Bryan. Short over to second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time. Tejada Despizio gets the force. Cruz takes third. Hunter safe at first. And Randa will be the batter with runners at the corner.
Good job by Paul Bacco going in there at second base, preventing Oakland from turning that double play.
Randa had a double in the 5th inning. That's his only hit tonight. Six Detroit. Runners at the corners for the Tigers. 2 out in the 8th.
High school try there, Ernie.
Yep.
Have you ever seen that work?
Once or twice, but very rarely.
Percentage.
Yeah. Oh, percentage work.
1% of the time, maybe.
Maybe. Not any better, I'd say.
That's why we call it the old high school try. It only works in high school.
Right again.
Wake those fans up.
Randa taking it's a strike. Randa playing second in the place of the injured Damian Easley tonight. Easley expects to be out 4 or 5 games. There goes Hunter, the bluff. He does not throw through, and Hunter takes second. Now they're at second and third for Detroit. Fourth steal for Bryan Hunter. Strike called, and Randa strikes out to end the inning, but the Tigers take the lead. At the end of 8, they're on top 7-6. Fasten your seatbelts. The Tigers with a 1-run lead, 7-6, 9th inning. And the new pitcher will be the closer, Todd Jones, making his 46th appearance. And he'll be facing Ed Sprague to lead it off for Oakland in their 9th inning. Tigers went ahead with a 1-run in the 8th inning. First pitch inside and low, ball 1 on Sprague.
Very important for Todd Jones to come out here, get this leadoff hitter.
Looking, and that evens the count 1-1 on Sprague. It's the bottom three in the batting order. Sprague is scheduled to be followed by Tejada and then Hinch. In too close, 2-1. Jones is the 5th Tiger pitcher. It down, picks it up, throw to first, he got him. Tough play, the ball hit on a line drive right in front of him.
Sure enough, Todd Jones gets the leadoff hitter right here. Joe Randa does a good job. See how he keeps this in front of him? He knows he's going to get a tough hop. Acts a little bit like a catcher right there, keeps it in front of him. Throws that Sprague out. Playing deep, too.
Miguel Tejada, the shortstop, up next. And he takes the curve for a strike. He doubled in 2 runs in the opening inning. He was safe on an error, and he's been hit by a pitch. He's fly to center. Tejada looking, and that one's a little wide, 1-1. Tigers on top, 7-6. It's the 9th inning at the corner. High fastball, 2-1. High fly, left field, it's deep. Maybe trouble. It is long gone. A home run to tie the game by Miguel Tejada. Seven in the 9th. McDonald will be the batter now. Jason McDonald. Spritz batter. He'll be up there left-handed.
Well, Tejada gets a fastball right here, and this pretty good looking young hitter right out over the plate. Cuts it loose. Unfortunately, tie game.
McDonald replaced Ricky Henderson in last night's game and had a single and a walk. He's 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter. 1-1 the count on him. Breaking ball in too close, 2-1. Seven runs, 14 hits for Oakland. 7 runs, 11 hits for the Tigers. 2-1 pitch. 3-1 on the pinch hitter McDonald.
Todd Jones has to shake that home run off, come back.
And he walked him. So McDonald gets a free pass after the home run. A man on and a man out. They go to the top of the batting order now. Ricky Henderson. Ricky has had quite a night. They got him out the last time. The first time he had been retired by Tiger pitching tonight. He has 3 for 4 officially. A man on and the man out in a 7-7 deadlock. Well, the game belongs to the bullpens now. There's a strike on Ricky Henderson. McDonald's going. The runner now goes back after he started, and he gets back safely. He had headed for second, made a U-turn, and came on back.
Well, you're going to look at Jason McDonald right here. I could tell he looks like he wanted to steal. I don't know why he'd stop. He's well on his way. I guess he didn't think he had a good jump. Got to keep an eye on him. Keep him close.
Seven deadlock in the ninth inning. Henderson at bat with a man on and a man out for Oakland. High to Ricky, 2-1. Checking with Joe Brinkman, he said he didn't go over on that one. It's a 3-1 count.
You know, Ricky Henderson, even though he's a leadoff hitter, he's not the type of guy you want to get behind. Very dangerous. He's got good pop also. Not making it tough on himself.
High foul. That'll be out of play back at the plate.
Bill Taylor in the bullpen for the A's. That's the A's closer. Should they go ahead?
On Ricky Henderson. Runner goes. There's a foul out of play. Well, McDonald will have to go back to first base. 7-7 tie in the ninth. It'll be Flory tomorrow for the Tigers against Oakland. For Oakland, that'll be the final game of the series. Final game of the homestand for the Tigers. Final game of the trip for the Oakland A's. Now the 3-2 pitch again. Runner goes. Here's a drive into right. Going to be trouble. It drops in front of Higginson. And McDonald takes third on the Ricky Henderson single. And Oakland with a large threat looming here now. They've got him at the corners and one man down for Biff Roberts.
Well, Ricky Henderson hits this one right off the end of the bat. Dunks it over Joe Randa's head right in front of Bobby Higginson. McDonald running on the play. First, third, Oakland, one up.
And that's the fourth hit for Ricky Henderson tonight. Here comes Rick Adair out. Biff Roberts, the former Tiger, will be the batter with a man at first and a man at third. That's the 15th hit for Oakland. So they're talking it over. Roberts has a single and a walk. Baco out to give the signals to his infielders.
Signaling them what they will do if Ricky Henderson should decide to steal. Will they throw through? Will they throw to a cutoff man? Will they throw the ball to third base, or will they hold it?
Roberts at bat, one man down. There goes Ricky, and they're going to let him go. So he gets the second. That is not a steal, says the official scorer. Outside at 2-0, the count on Roberts. Infield pulled into the inner grass. Line foul in the seats back at third. There's a drive to left. Gonzalez makes the catch. Here's the throw to third, and there's no advance. McDonald held at third.
It's a very good job of defensing Biff Roberts right here. And we got a mistake right here. He should tag up immediately. See him? You've got to go tag up immediately. Does the Tigers a favor. Gonzo properly plays him. Jason McDonald cannot advance.
Giambi, who's been a thorn in the Tigers' side, is going to get an intentional pass. They'll load the bases. Walking him, and Mike Blowers is the next scheduled batter. Giambi has a couple of RBIs, 2 singles, and a walk. So Blowers will be the big man. He'll be coming up with the bases loaded. This will be the second walk issued by Todd Jones in this inning. So now it's between Todd and Mike Blowers. Blowers came in to pinch hit for Stairs in the 6th inning, ended that inning by bouncing to short. And then he doubled in the 8th inning. Play the infield back now. They can play the ground ball to any base. 7-7 tie. Bases loaded for Oakland. 2 down, 9th inning. It's a wide one. That's the big man right there. McDonald, the man at third. Henderson's at second. Giambi's at first.
These have had men in scoring position every inning but the third. They are 7 for 16 with them in scoring position.
There's a strike.
Mike Blowers is one of those guys that's unbelievable with the bases loaded. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago when he was in Seattle. It was incredible.
That's a wide one. 2-1 the count on Mike. 9th inning, the game on the line. 7 on each side. The A's have scored on a home run by Tejada here in the 9th to tie the game. They've loaded the bases with 2 down. 2-1 pitch to Blowers. Now it's even. Ground ball wide at first. Tony Clark throwing to Jones, and he beats him to the bag. Oakland leaves 3, and the game stays a 7-7 tie. The Tigers are coming to bat now in the 9th inning and trying to break it open and win it in the 9th.
Let me tell you something about heroes. They ain't like you and me. Look at Griffey.
Soon will lead it off is McDonald, who came into the game and will stay in to play right field. Christensen moves from right to center, and they'll have a new catcher. It'll be Mike McFarland. So Bobby Higginson still without a hit in this series. He had a walk the last time up. He'll be leading off in the Tiger 9th inning. Matthews still in there. Delivers outside to Bobby.
Higgy with a chance to win it right here. They're going to continue to throw you away, Higgy.
One and one, the count on him. Ninth inning, 7-7 tie. Fouled away, and the count is 1-2 on Bobby Higginson.
See Dean Crow now warming up for the Tigers. He'll probably come in and replace Todd Jones if the Tigers don't score. Mark Holzheimer for the A's.
1-2 the count on Higginson. And he's hit by the pitch. Matthews hits Higginson, and he goes to first base.
Will take it. Matthews just trying to come in on Higgy right here. Gets away from him. See, Higgy cannot get out of the way. This has just got you. Ooh, in the back. Is that the back knee? Right in the back knee calf.
He's on first. Tony Clark will be the Tiger batter. Tony with a single. He hit in a sacrifice fly ball to get a run in. Strike one on Clark. Side, and they count 1-1 on Tony.
Got a baseball on the field out there, Ernie. In the bullpen.
Now Tony digging in. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. A man at first base. Game tied. Last half the ninth inning. 7-7. One pitch. 1-2 the count on Clark. Matthews, the fourth pitcher on Howell's used tonight, preceded by Kenny Rogers, Tim Worrell, and Buddy Groom. High foul. It will be out of play on the left side. Still a 1-2 count on Clark. Represented by Bobby Higginson over there at first base. Ground ball to second. They'll get two. Throw to first. Two for the price of one for Oakland. Or Spezio to Tejada to Giambi. Well, that erases Higginson from the bases. Makes it 2 down in the ninth inning and leaves it up to the chief himself, Geronimo Baroa.
Well, Tony Clark hit it squarely right at the second baseman. Just shaping up into one of those nail biters for a long time, Ernie.
Yep. Well, the Tigers are down 4-0 at the end of the first half of the first inning. And as you said, they had time to battle back and get it tied. 1-1 on Baroa. Two down in the ninth. The game deadlocked, 7 runs on each side. High and tight, 2-1. That's a strike. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Matthews wants to make a trade in. At the end of 9, the Athletics 7 and the Tigers also have 7. So hold on for the 10th.
Odds play instead of the bunt because he doesn't get the bunt down. They go to the hit and run. Paul Baco makes easy meat of it. Right on the money. Misexecution.
So this one down, and Spezio waits on the next pitch and taps a little foul, rolling to the left side of the plate. Seven runs, 16 hits for Oakland, 7 runs, 11 hits for the Tigers. We're in the 10th inning. That's wide from Dean Crow, 1-2.
Devil Rays, Kansas City tied up 6-6 in Kansas City in the 8th.
And he got him on strike, struck him out. 2 down, nobody on.
Well, Dean Crow, you can see, throws something off speed right here. Spezio doesn't look good at all on this. Turns it over, way out in front. Braves beat the Dodgers 5-3 today. Dodgers are falling out of it, Ernie.
And the Braves just keep on going, don't they?
Keep on keeping on. I thought they didn't have a closer, but they get the job done.
Ed Sprague will be the batter now with 2 down in the Oakland 10th inning. 7-7 deadlock. He has 1 hit, a single. It came in the first inning. There's a pitch outside, ball 1 on Ed.
Houston's come back, tied up the Cubs 4-4 in the ninth. They're headed to the extra innings.
Ground ball foul. I presume Mr. Sosa has not hit one, or we would know about it, wouldn't we?
No home runs. Does have some RBIs.
One and one, the count on Sprague with 2 down in the 10th. He takes it inside pitch, 2-1 on Ed.
Pittsburgh 4-3 over St. Louis. That's still, I believe that's in the 7th inning. Mark McGuire with 3 walks.
That's something he's going to have to put up with.
He's got a lot of them, I'll tell you.
Center, Hunter backs up. He's there to make the catch, and at the end of 9 1/2, it is still a tie. Oakland 7 and the Tigers 7.
The Adrenaline Rush Hour, up next on
10th inning at Tiger Stadium, and here's our game summary. Ricky Henderson's been the big man for Oakland with 4 for 5. Hunter with 3 for 5 in that leadoff spot. Tejada tied the game in the 9th inning with his home run. He also had a double to knock in 2 in the 1st inning. And look at the left on base. Oakland 15 and the Tigers 7. A lot of runners, a lot of chances. And we'll have a new pitcher, Billy Taylor, the 36-year-old veteran, takes over now for Oakland to appear in his 57th game. He has a 3-9 record. And Frank Catalanata will lead it off against him. So Taylor, the tall pitcher, goes to work, and the Cat takes. It's a ball high. He's batting for Alvarez. And there's a looper into right. It'll be a base hit for the Cat. He's on with a single.
I tell you what, the Cat want to break up a no-hitter, bring up the Cat, want to break up an extra inning tie game, bring up the Cat, does his job right here, gets the Tigers leadoff man on. Are we going to see another bunt attempt here?
Gonzalez will be the man. He's got Catalanata at first base. Well, Oakland got their leadoff man on in the 10th inning, but it didn't do him any good. Now let's see what the Tigers can do in this 7-7 deadlock. 1 for 3 for Lewis. Taylor delivers. It's a strike. Taylor is 6'8", native of Florida, Monticello, Florida. He was 14 years in the minors before he made it to the big leagues. In the Texas, Seattle, San Diego, Atlanta, Toronto systems. But he persevered and got to the bigs. Ground ball foul. He got a curve. It broke in on him, and he pulled it to the bullpen.
And the Tigers are hitting and running right there. And Gonzo doesn't have any sacks this year, Ernie, so Buddy Bell continuing the pace. Goes with the hit and run instead.
Strike 2, the count on Gonzo. There's a foul out of play out the slants of Billy Taylor. Taylor had quit baseball. He had a job installing pumps down in Thomasville, Georgia. Friends saw that he was miserable not in the baseball, got him back in it. But he had 467 minor league appearances before he pitched in the big leagues. Strike 2 count on Luis Gonzalez. Tigers trying to break the 7-7 deadlock in the 10th. They've got Catalanata at first base with nobody out. That's very wide, and the count now on Gonzo 1-2. That's Sprague. He guns it to second for 1. Relay to first. It is a double play. 2 for the price of 1 for Oakland.
Geez, carbon copy. Same thing has happened last inning. Tony Clark last inning hits the ball hard. This time it's Luis Gonzalez. Cat trying to break that double play up. Can't get on top of him. Like Ernie said, double play.
And Davy Cruz will be the batter now with 2 down. Davy's had a 3-run homer and a couple of singles in this game. He's looking, and Taylor gets a strike on him. 7-7 deadlock, 10th inning. 2 out, nobody on for Detroit. Fly ball to right. McDonald racing in. He won't get it, and Davy Cruz gets himself another hit. He's had a hot stick. Last 3 times at bat, he's had a single. That's his 4th hit tonight. Well, Baco had a hit that drove the Tigers' lead run in the 8th inning. Only to have Oakland come back and tie it on the home run by Tejada in the 9th. And here's Paul up again with 2 out and man on in the 10th. They're suspicious of Davy Cruz's motives. Baco taking, ball 1, the count on him.
You see Billy Taylor mostly away to lefties.
4 hits for Cruz is a high in his major league career in a game. Ground ball up the middle. Spezio over to first, and that retires the Tigers. So they come up with 0 in their 10th inning. And we now get ready for the 11th. It is still Stadium going to the 11th inning. And some changes for the Tigers. Catalanata goes in to play second to base. And Joe Randa moved from second to third. Miguel Tejada will lead it off for the Oakland A's. He hit a home run in the 9th inning. And that's what sent this game into the tie. And in the 1st inning, he doubled in 2 runs. And a bases loaded double. Dean Crow on the mound. Here's a strike to start him off. Well, the A's have made use of just about everybody. They've got Vornegel on the bench, the right-hand hitter. There's a line drive, and Tejada has another one. He has been a tough man in this game tonight.
Sure has. Starting the game at .233 hitter. Big double, big home run. Now big leadoff single here to lead off. What are we in the 11th inning? In the
11th. And the last 3 half innings have been led off with a base hit. Here's Jason McDonald now playing right field. And he bots it toward first base. It's a good one. Picked up by Crow, and he can't make the play. He slipped as he tried to pick it up. And Oakland now has 2 men on and nobody down.
You can see Dean Crow right here. It's a pretty good bunt by McDonald. A little bit of miscommunication. Again, the field's soft. No play.
That'll be scored as a hit. He gets himself a bunt single, and now Ricky Henderson coming up again. He's had a single, a walk, a single, a single. Bounced out to second, and another single. 4 singles and a walk for Ricky. Hits now for the Athletics here at 11 o'clock Detroit time at the corner. 13 hits for the Tigers. The game tied 7-7, but a big threat on now for the Athletics in the 11th. And there's a bunt back to Crow. He'll go to third, and he is late. Everybody's straight. That'll be a sacrifice fielder's choice.
Now here's what happens here. The reason Dean Crow throws this ball to third base, we've been showing you signs from time to time, and the play is on that you will go to third base. But what happens, we got a great jump right here. Again, and the Tigers, they just misplay this. I mean, this inning right here is a base hit and 2 bunts. We got the bases loaded, no outs.
And McFarland, the veteran catcher at the bat for the first time tonight, he takes the ball outside. Mack, a .227 hitter. Tigers have the infield end of the inner grass to make the play at the plate. Game tied 7-7, bases loaded, nobody out. There's a high foul that will reach the seats back at first. Three runners on there for Oakland. 1-1 on McFarland. Two and 1 the count on him. A 197 hitter with the bases loaded.
Good double play, man. Home
2-1
first.
pitch. He checked on that one. Did he go? No, he did not. Two the count. Line drive to right. That'll be a hit. Bobby Higginson fields it on one hop. 1 run in. Here comes another one to score. Throw to third. And they've got Henderson in a rundown. Randa tags him out. On to second goes McFarland. 2 runs have scored. And it is a 9-7 lead for Oakland.
Mike McFarland for the A's comes through right here. 2-2 count. Going the other way. Unfortunately, bases are loaded. See, Higgy comes up with a good throw right here. Tony Clark makes a decision to cut this and cut the guy down at third. This they did properly. Don't want to have those runs scoring at this juncture of the game. Tigers trail now 9-7.
And the strategy now will be to issue the intentional pass to Jason Giambi. That'll put a man at first and a man at second with 1 down. 9-7 lead for Oakland. And that's the 4th one. He'll take his base. Mike Blowers hitting in the cleanup spot as the DH after he came in as a pinch hitter. Will be the batter now with 2 on and 1 out. Oakland has a hit total of 19. Tigers have 13. Ball 1 the count on Blowers. Tiger infield again in double play depth. Crow is the 6th Detroit pitcher tonight. Delivers outside 2-0. They're the 2 Oakland runners, and here comes Rick Adair out for a conference at the mound. Now Blowers ahead on the count 2-0. And the count goes 3-0. There's a strike call, 3-1 on Mike Flowers. The A's have picked up a pair of runs here to take the lead in the 11th inning, 9-7 over the Tigers. Buddy Bell's Chargers trying to hold them off with just a 2-run lead. He walked him. That will reload the bases for the A's. Christensen will be the batter. Ryan Christensen, the outfielder, who replaced Ben Grieve about the middle of the game. And there's a base hit to right. Here comes McFarland in to score. The bases stay loaded. It is now 10-7 on the RBI single right off the bat of Christensen.
20th hit. Don't see a lot of games with 20 hits on one side.
So there's one out with 3 men on. And Spezio will be the batter for the A's. He struck out his last time. In the 10th inning, he had a hit early in the game in the first. There's a drive to right. Here comes Higginson. He gloves it. Here's the tag at third, and they're going to hold everybody. Giambi came down the line and then went back. No advance on the line drive to right.
He's got his work cut out for him out there today. Quite a few throws. Does a good job of holding Giambi from advancing.
Well, that 20 hit total goes back a ways. 1994 against the Twins in April. Here's Sprague at bat with the bases loaded. And he takes high. Ten to 7, Oakland on top in the 11th inning. Little tap foul in the dirt, 1-1. Ground ball hit the Cruz. He'll go to second and out at second base. And that will retire the side. But there's been heavy damage by Oakland. They pick up 3 in the 11th, and as the Tigers bat in their 11th, they trail Oakland 10-7. All right, folks, don't give up on the ship until your bottom hits the water. The Athletics lead at 10-7 in the 11th inning. Tigers have a hard uphill climb now against Billy Taylor. Here's a guy that didn't give up the ship right there. He's ready. Strike one, the count on Hunter. There's the wide one to Bryan, 1-1. He's had a couple of singles and a double tonight in that leadoff spot. Line drive to the glove of Spezio at second base is 1 man down. So Mr. Taylor has done the job so far. He's working with a 3-run lead, and he'll be facing Joe Randa. Joe with a double. He was only hit tonight. Subbing for the injured Damian Easley. 1 out, nobody on. It's a strike on Joe Randa. Big hook hits the target. Strike 2, the count on Joe.
Well, Billy Taylor Throwing a lot of strikes, Ernie.
Yes, sir.
Protecting that lead.
Little off the outside corner with that one. 1-2 the count on Miranda. Got him on a slow breaking ball. They're 2 down.
Well, here's today's McDonald's player of the game, Miguel Tejada. He's been bitter to us. 3 for 5, single double, and a home run, and that home run was a big one. 3 RBIs, 3 runs. If you chose Miguel Tejada, you're eligible to win a McDonald's Family 4-pack and tickets to an upcoming home game. Join us tomorrow to see if you're the lucky winner. Bobby
Higginson takes the ball outside. They're 2 down in the 11th inning. The Tigers are down to their final out. They trail by 3, 10-7. That's a strike. Line shot through the middle. Higginson gets his first hit of the series, and it is a screamer right through the middle of a diamond.
Well, fortunately, we got a pitcher ISO right here. Check this out. Bobby Higginson going right up the middle, and I mean quick. Seen a lot of pitchers getting hit this year. Billy Taylor escapes it. Watch out. Here he is, real time. Let's listen. I believe it got a little piece of him. Ernie, did you hear that?
Wow. I don't know.
Why would you ever want to be a pitcher or a catcher? Hey, outfield's not bad.
You got a little time lapse in the outfield. Tony Clark taking, and there goes Higginson, unobstructed as he moves into second base. 1-1 the count on Tony. Big hook misses the mark, and the count 2-1. (10-7), Oakland leads. Tony looking, that's a wide one. 3-1 the count on him. McFarland out to say something to his pitcher.
Well, Hickey got him shooken up a little bit.
Tony waits on a 3-1 delivery. Takes his cut. It's a full count. Trey Beeman waiting on deck. Three-two pitch. Foul ball. Jerry White, first base coach, handles that one. Well, this has been a seesaw affair featuring a lot of runners on the bases. A lot of scoring chances. Some materialized and some didn't. 3-2 pitch to Tony Clark. Fouled away on a check swing. Ten runs and 20 hits for Oakland. 7 runs and 14 hits for the Tigers.
Boy, yeah, an aggressive bat boy there. Ripped it right out of a young kid's hand.
Did he?
Heard the fans.
3-2 pitch to Tony. Base hit. Here comes Higginson. Rounding third, he'll be waved home. The Tigers get their 8th run to cut the lead to 10-8 on the 2-out single by Tony Clark. Tony's second RBI of the evening.
Tigers aren't dying. Here comes Tony Clark now, right up the middle. Fights himself back, 3-2.
Higginson scores on the base hit by Clark.
Tying run to the plate.
Now we'll see Trey Beeman, who has been a very effective pinch hitter. He's up there batting .324. Art Howell looking over the scene from his perch in the dugout. 2 out, 1 on, 10-8 Oakland. Foul away. Went for that first pitch. The Tiger hit total has reached 15. There have been 35 hits in this game. 3 for 11 is a pinch batter this year for Trey. Strike 2. He fouled another one away. 2 quick strikes on him for Billy Taylor. Taylor trying to notch the win. The game stays this way. Crow will be the loser. Clark at first, 2 down. Fouls out the hook, and the count stays at 2 strikes.
Here's the bat boy taking another ball away. Giving the crowd something to get on them about.
Strike 2 the count on Trey, and there's a wide one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he struck him out. And for the first time this year, Oakland defeats the Tigers. They're the final score here tonight in the 11 innings. The Athletics 10 and the Tigers 8. Our next telecast on Fox Sports Detroit comes your way tomorrow. The 3rd and final game between the Tigers and the A's. It all begins at 12:30.